In this video, I will discuss about the general setting of Gmail account. So let's get started. To access your general settings of Gmail, just click on the setting icon which looks like a gear. Click on that and click on settings. Another interface will load up. This is the general setup. So now we are in general tab in the settings. Setup progress. This tells the progress of our Gmail account setup. So currently it's 100. Another is language. We can select different language from this drop down here. If you are non-English user, then you can select other languages from the list below. Phone number. Default country code. My default country is United Kingdom. So when I enter my phone number, it will automatically identify that the phone number code is United Kingdom. Maximum page size. This is the inbox page size in which email is displayed. The maximum page size currently show 100. Conversation per page. It will display 100 emails per page. And when I click on the contacts, it will display 250 contacts per page. The another general option is image. Always display external image. If we receive email and when we open it, and if the email contain an external image link, then Gmail will open that image instead of showing the link. So if you are not satisfied with that, then click on ask before displaying external image, and it will ask you to display or not the external images. Default reply behavior. Reply or reply all. If we have a conversation which contain multiple emails, then we can only reply to a single email or reply all. Let me show you. I'll just open a single email, and here is our reply button. If we have reply all selected in our general setting, then when we click on this button here, reply button, then email in our conversation, all email in our conversation. When we send email, then all the email in our conversation will receive the same email. If this is the reply, then we can reply to a single email address. Currently it's a single. So you can see here a single email has been selected. Default text style. If we click compose button and write something here in our email body, then the fonts of this is sans serif by default, and you can change all the formatting of the default setting from here. If I want to change default font, then select your font from here, and by default you can write using these fonts. Now your email will look like these fonts. We have other options here. By default you want your text size to be big or small, and you want to change the color, then just select any sort of color which you like. I will leave this as a default and remove formatting, so it will again back to the default setting. Next one is conversation view. Set whether email of the same topic are grouped together or not. You can do it from here. If we set this to off, then all the email in our conversation will just like this. We will receive a single email from the receiver. Currently I have received multiple email and that are in the mode of conversation. So when I click it, this will open my emails. So if you are not satisfied with this setting, then you can go and change this to conversation view off. Currently I am happy with conversation view on. Send and archive. Hide send and archive button in reply. By default this is the option selected. If I want to display send and archive button in my email, and when I click that, it will send email and also store that in archive. If I want that option, then turn on it from here and save the setting. Stars can be displayed in front of email. We can start email and that start email will display in the start folder here. I want multiple star or single star. Currently it's one star, so I can only select a single star. If I choose 4 star and select 4 emails, then they will appear in different stars. If I select all, then this all will be selected. So by default I am happy with all stars. Desktop notification allow Gmail to display pop-up notification on your desktop when new email message arrive. Gmail will notify you here on your desktop when you receive any email. Currently by default it's off. I will not be notified on desktop that new email has been arrived. So if you want to notify it on desktop, so turn on this option here. Keyboard shortcut, we can also use keyboard shortcut on Gmail. By default keyboard shortcut is off. If you want to on that, then select this option and click learn more link and it will show you the shortcut which you can use with your Gmail account. Button labels, these are the button labels which are displayed now. By default it is icons. We can display it also as a text. We have currently both. When a mouse is hover on a button, then it can display the text of the button here. So I am happy with button label icon. My picture, select a picture that everyone will see when you email them. If you want to display your picture in email to the receiver, pop widget. This is show the people widget. Display information about participant to the right of each conversation. When I click on this conversation and I have the person in contact list here, then information about that contact will display here on the right of our email conversation here. So currently I don't have any contacts, so it is empty and we don't have received any email from or contacts. Create contacts for autocomplete. When I send a message to a new person, add them to other contacts so that I can autocomplete to them next time. By default this option is selected, and when I click on compose and write email here, then I have already used this email and this email is stored in other contacts. So when I write the first 3 letters or the first letter, then email will appear here. So this option is by default on. If you are not happy with this option, you can turn off that here. Important signals for ads. As you can see that we have ads appearing here on the top of our Gmail account, which we can control from web clips. If you want to change settings about these ads, then you can do it from here by clicking on here. This is the ad setting which can display to me on my in my inbox here. You can change settings from here. Signature. By default no signature is selected. If you want signature to be included in your email, then change your setting and insert your signature here and it will appear in all my email. Let me show you how signature will appear in our email. This is the signature of Gmail team. So if you want to include your signature, then include it here and it will display in the sent email. Personal level indicator. Display an arrow by message sent to my address, not a mailing list, and double arrow by message sent only to me. You can see double arrows here. This message are only sent to me. So it will indicate me single arrow or double arrow. If this setting is on. Snippets. Show snippets. By default, this option is on. We can see our email snippets in the inbox here. This is the snippet of our email. Vacation responder. Send an automatic reply to incoming message. If a contact sends you several messages, this automated reply will send at most once every 4 days. If you are on vacation, then you can just set this to vacation respond to on and select your first date and last date to here and select your subject that I am on vacation and your email body, and Gmail will automatically send email to the person. Email receiver is not available. Outgoing messages. Outgoing message encoding. By default, it's use Unicode UTF-8 and it will use this type encoding for the text of outgoing messages. By default, I am happy with this, so I will leave this as it is and click Save Changes. After clicking Save Changes, all the settings will change and I will get back to my Gmail account. So these are the general and basic settings of our Gmail account which we have explained in this video.